What's going on, guys? CWG here. Welcome to episode 91 on the Vault Hunters SMP. Did you know if you have one of each of the type of American coins, it would add up to 91 cents? Interesting. Now, I was looking back over last episode yesterday, just making sure it was good, and I noticed this lectern here. I kept walking by it. I don't actually know what this is. Let's check it out. Welcome to the CWG Quest for Knowledge. Turn out the light and rest on me tonight. I am a guide, a sign. I lead those who seek me to where they need to be. Oh my gosh, this whole thing's just a giant riddle I have to solve? What? Alright, so I was reading the turn out the light and rest on me tonight. That has to be like a bed or a sleeping bag, right? Well, our beds are on the second floor, so let's go check it out. I mean, the beds look pretty normal to me. These are all the beds we have at the factory that I know of. I guess there's always the starting base bed, so I'll go check those out now. It's always nice to be back at the starting base where I never go in through the entrance. I always jump in through the second floor. Well, there's the bed. Oh, look! Knowledge star! Alright, so I guess the quest is to find knowledge stars? That's so good. Because we need to unlock refined storage. Oh, so this is a quest to get the knowledge stars we need for refined storage. This is an epic idea. Oh, speaking of epic ideas, what's in the soul shard menu real quick? 2 knowledge stars? What? I've never seen 2 knowledge stars in there at once. Well, let's grab the cheaper one. So now we're up to 2 knowledge stars. And we'll have to wait for the other one to become a little bit cheaper. Wow, 2 knowledge stars right off the bat. Good start. So the next clue is, I am a guide, a sign. I lead those who seek me to where they need to be. So some sort of sign with instructions, maybe like a map? So I've been messing around with these quests. The second one that says they're a guide and we have to find it and it's supposed to tell us where to go. I don't know. I'm really bad at riddles because my brain thinks too literally, and with riddles you have to think outside the box, which is something I'm not the best at. So I was thinking that maybe these beacons have something to do with it, because it's a guide who seek to people where they need to be or something. And there is a knowledge star here, which is cool. So I'm like, oh, this must be it. But I also noticed there's one at the end that says, they go at red and stop at green. What am I? Which, if you go from red, it stops right before the green. So this might be that one too. I don't know. It's one of the two. So next, number 3, open me up, take a peek. Inside you'll find a frozen treat. I mean, that has to be the freezer, right? And I know we have a freezer at our starter house, so it should be in there. And our freezer's right here. And there's nothing in it, so I'm not sure where it's supposed to be, because I don't know anyone else who has a freezer, so I might have to get back to that one, or maybe it's something else that's cold. Open me up, take a peek inside, you'll find a frozen treat. Yeah, I'm not sure. Is there an ice cream truck somewhere that I don't know about? Now, the 5th one, I have absolutely no idea. While stranded in the desert, you come across 2 creatures offering water. Only one has no nose and one has spines. One is poisoned and one will keep you going for a few hours. Which one can you trust? Like, how is that even a location on this map? I don't know. Then there's the red, stop at green. What am I? Not sure. But as I was wandering around, I happened to run into another knowledge star, which is like right over here at the melon farm. Sorry for accidentally cleansing. Yeah, there's one right here, and I'm actually not able to figure out which one this could be. This could be the red-green one, because it's at the melon and pumpkin farm, so maybe it's saying that melons have red on the inside, green on the outside? I don't know. Still no idea what this one is, no idea what the freezer one does, and I'm not sure if this guide was the beacon one, or if this was the beacon one. I'm gonna have to talk to Code, or whoever did this prank / scavenger hunt, and figure out what exactly I'm supposed to do. If you guys have any ideas what some of those are supposed to be in the comments, please let me know. I'm not the best at riddles. I will need your assistance. Oh yeah, I forgot about 4. I could bring out good news, often full of junk, could be creaky squeaky, closed with a clunk. Now that sounds like a mailbox, so let's go check the mailbox for our starter base, which I haven't used in like a million years. Is it this you're talking? Yeah, okay, there's a knowledge star there. So we got a total of 5 knowledge stars. Well, we got 4 because we got one from the soul shard menu, which I still would like to get that other one. And in 3 hours it changes. So I got 3 hours to get how many soul shards? I got 800 and I need like 300 more? Okay, interesting. So yeah, make sure y'all leave comments. We still got 2 more we gotta find. I'll put the book back here for now, and that was kind of cool. Shout out to whoever gave me those riddles, and maybe we'll be able to solve the others. Alright, and I went to the last episode, I renamed all 8 Omega statues to random names from the comments, so congratulations to y'all that have made it in. I even made a 9th Omega statue we can go ahead and name real quick. Come on, give me a lucky item. Dirt, spruce. Those are my 2 options. I guess we'll go spruce, double spruce production. And there we go, we got the random username of Frostwalker2. Also, sorry Frostwalker2 if you're watching this video in the comments, your Omega is much smaller than all the rest. I even put you up a block, but look how tiny you are, it's so cute. Alright, I'm gonna get all these Omegas moved up to the attic. I mean, they've already been producing a bunch of blocks, so time to get these guys all moved. And now I got all the new Omegas moved to the attic, or the 3rd floor, I should say. We got some of them over here producing us dark oak, podzol, and stone dirt, and the other new ones are over here making basalt, white concrete, I think that's oak, and nether brick. Oh, let me quickly patch this hole right here. Sweet! I mean, just look at the ridiculous amount of Omega statues we have now. We're working on our 3rd layer of Omega statues. I think I have about every single item I need for the Vaulter. Oh, when it comes to blocks, that is, except for prismarine and prismarine bricks. We do have dark prismarine, which is the hardest to get. But I need to get an Omega of the other 2. I mean, we already got the magma blocks, which is a really hard one to get. And the blackstone one is somewhere in this mess of Omegas. It's also crazy to like look at all these skins here and think, wow, it's actually one of you guys in the comment section. What do you guys view of the video? I mean, just look at that guy and his big eyes. He looks surprised. Maybe he forgot his homework. I don't know. Guys, I was in the bathroom and it just hit me. The open and peek, the frozen treat thing? I forgot. I also have coolers outside here on my back patio. Now it has to be one of these coolers, right? Yes! Alright, so it was in the cooler in the back patio. So it seems like most of the stuff is at or around the starter base location. Also, I did find out it was Code who did this little scavenger hunt, so thank you, Code. He actually told me the thing that I was confused on. Remember the one that started at red and stopped right before green, and I thought the beacons may have been this one? It was not. Code said that he actually placed it in the center, and it so happened to stop at the green. So that was number 2, and number 6 was the melon one, because you know, melons have red on the inside. Whatevs. That means the only one we haven't figured out yet is the stranded in the desert one. Let me know if you can figure this one out in the comments. Oh yeah, by the way, I completely forgot to mention, I did do a few vault runs off camera. That's how we're level 186. I've been starting to pick up more levels in Well Fit. Right here you can see we only got 3 more levels left, and the reason I'm maxing this out is because obviously it synergizes with barrier, and none of our armor pieces have extra health anymore, so I might as well get the health from our skill points. Also, in between episodes, 2 things. I got another artifact. Nice. And I got this idol here, which I posted on my Discord. By the way, you guys can join my Discord and hang out with the community in between episodes. And it has all the immunities except for mining fatigue immunity and weakness, I guess. Weakness, who cares about? But it has slowness, hunger, wither, and poison immunity all on the same one. It's like the ultimate vaccine. And of course, as you know, real men hollow their idols. So we're gonna attempt to hollow this thing and hopefully not lose a 4 immunity idol. Come on, yes! We got it, it's hollowed. Let's go. 4 immunity idol, hollowed. So that's right, comment section. Come up with a name for this idol and leave it in the comment section. I'm actually gonna put a unbreaking tome on it to bring it up to unbreaking 4 and hollowed. And I'll put some plating on it. This Omega idol's gonna last a long time, and it will provide us with all of the immunities. Also, comment section, while you come up with a name for this idol, I need a name for the sword. I just realized I've not even named the sword yet, so yeah, let's do that as well. So, can we get artifact number 11? Da 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 da. Oh, yes, I think that's a new one. Yep, I don't recognize it. We got our 11th artifact. Oh baby. If we get all 25 artifacts, it should fill this wall completely, and I'll have to move this. Oh wait, I had 10 black opal ore in this chest. What? See, this is why you don't just leave random boss crates laying around. You end up forgetting about black opal and stuff. So yeah, this whole wall segment here should be filled once we have all 25 artifacts. So as you guys know from a few episodes ago, our applied energistics auto crafting doesn't really work in this pack. Well, at least with any of the modded items. So these 3 things don't work. The only thing that does work is this pattern to craft wooden planks. But in refined storage, none of that stuff's broken, which is kind of why we needed the knowledge stars, and I believe we need 10. Boom. 10. Might as well eat the other 3. To unlock refined storage. And we can get, and since we already have automatic genius unlocked, we'll already have access to the auto crafting for refined storage right off the bat. So boom. 10 knowledge points, refined storage unlocked, which means now we could finally go for cool things to unlock. So in the comments, tell me what you want me to go for next. I'm thinking like maybe mining gadgets to get the gadget to help with the mine room. Or not the mine room, the dig site room. Oh no, let me know in the comments. Now when it comes to refined storage, there's it's very, very similar to applied energistics. Like it has a controller, disk, drive stuff. It's like almost like the same, I would say. But the auto crafting is a whole lot cheaper. Instead of needing this thing and this thing, you only need 1 block. So it's actually gonna be a lot easier. I'm gonna go ahead and craft all the things we need for refined storage because it's so similar to applied energistics that we've already done. The most expensive things are gonna be the controller, which will cost a Echo Pog. And I believe the crafting grid also costs an Echo Pog. Yes, it does. You also need a whole bunch of these like processor bindings, which is slime and string that we have. The other thing you need a lot of in refined storage is quartz enriched iron, which is literally just nether quartz combined with iron, which we have a ton of. So there should be no issues making any of these things. We have 194 Echo Gems and an Echo Pog. So I'm just gonna craft all the things we need for refined storage and I'll be right back. Also, I'm looking at how expensive the 64K drives are in refined storage, because in refined storage, you don't have to worry about types. Like for instance, if we go to one of these applied logistics disks, you can see that it says like 55 out of 63 types. So usually you want to stick around 4Ks, because you don't want to fill up on all the types and you end up with the orange color disc like that one. You have all the types of items that can fit into it, but it can still fit more space. Now in refined storage, it's not an issue because they don't have the type requirement like applied logistics does. It looks like going straight to the 64K is not that expensive. You need a few pogs, but we have plenty of pog gems. 1 perfect echo, which is only 4 echo and a vaultite ingot. And to make the 16K, this will require a good amount of black opal, but we're kind of rich since yesterday's episode. Like how much black opal do we have? 912. So I think I'm gonna make 1 drive and just completely fill it with 64K storage drives if we can, which I think we can. And yeah, I'm gonna get to crafting. Now, I've done a lot of things in Minecraft before, but I don't think I've ever done an applied energistics to refined storage transfer. So I've made some of the basic refined storage things. You got the controller here. I got the floor like completely mined out because this is going to be quite the process. So I got power cables running over here. I made 3 64K drives because the 64K drive should be able to hold, yeah, all 3 of them could hold 192,000 items, which I think should be enough. Hopefully. So what I'm gonna do is run over to where our storage drawers are, disconnect the cables, so that way everything in the system right now is stuff that is actually in the drawers, which apparently we need to upgrade our carrot and potato drawers more. Now here's what I'm gonna try to do. First, let's take a stack of potatoes. I have the applied energistics export bus, which will attempt to send items. I have 4 acceleration cards to speed it up. And on the other side, I have a import bus from refined storage that's accepting items that also has a stack upgrade and speed upgrades. So let's see if it's getting the potatoes. It doesn't look like it's getting any potatoes. Dang, you would think an export bus to an import bus would work, but it would appear not. But I have a backup solution. First, we'll have the applied energistics system output the potatoes to a chest. Great. Then we should be able to use an importer to import it into the refined storage system. Nice. So this is what I'm going to do to transfer all these items into this guy. This is going to take a bit. And then once this process is done, I got to rip out the entire applied energistics system. Like, I got cables going everywhere, and replace it with refined storage. So I'll be back when all that's done. It's going to be quite the process. And a quick status update. It turns out there's a bunch of trader cores inside my system, as well as a bunch of vault gear. Like, I had a bunch of unidentified idols in my system, and like, holy crap, that was a lot. And we actually have some good stuff, like cat frags that we could buy. Poisonous mushrooms, you know I love those. And some bugs. And oh, you see it. That's a mystery vault stew. My favorite item in the game. Let's go. So let's go ahead and eat 6 burgers. Oh, let me grab my charm because my inventory is like empty right now because of all the transferring I've been doing. And ooh, we got a rare stew. Let's go. Nom, level 187. As for the rest of the stuff, let's yeet it into our new refined storage system, which we have most of the items transferred over. There's only a few more. I ended up having to make more 64K drives. We have all 64K drives except for 116K, which I made on accident. And apparently you can't uncraft them in refined storage like you can in applied logistics. So I guess this is 16K forever. Whoops. As for the applied logistics system, yeah, there's a bunch of single off items, but I transferred most of the big items, and that's what matters most. So you can see all our drives are looking very blue and happy. Let's go ahead and open our 13 Pandora's boxes. Do we get anything good? Golden apple. Ooh, more poisonous mushrooms. Are we gonna have some more vault stews to go through after I finish? Oh, I rolled this helmet on accident. I bet you it's not gonna be good. It's tier 1. Get out of here. Although ironically, it is a poison immunity helmet, which is dope, but it only has 4 protection, so get out of here. Well, I mean, we might as well make 2 more mystery stews, right? I mean, they're mystery stews. Oh, we just get 2 normal. That's okay. Nom them down. Now we're already most of the way to level 187. So as you can see here, I've been using 2 export busts on a golden chest to transfer items over here. With the importer, as I showed you guys earlier, I had one with capacity upgrades that is able to send 9 items at once. And then this one, which is just acceleration upgrades. So I've been using these to send the items we have a lot of. But now we're at the point where there's so little items here, we just fill our inventory, dump it into the refined storage system. I just have to repeat this a few more times, and we should be completely ready to go. Only issue is, yeah, all this unidentified vault gear that's in the system that came from our danks is identifying itself as I'm removing it from the system, so I'm gonna have to dump off all the vault gear in here as well. I know there's people in the comments saying I was putting the vault gear in my danks wrong, but as you can tell, I definitely did it correctly if I'm able to have the unidentified ones in the system. And there we go. The last of the items have been taken out. Our AE system is completely empty. It is now inside of refined storage discs, which is what I wanted. Obviously, we're not going to keep it like this weird Frankenstein robotic creature that it's turned into. So I'm going to Thanos snap my fingers, like so. And we are going to magically have our refined storage system replace this mess. Snap. Wow, that was a powerful Thanos snap. And look at it. I never thought I would have to switch between applied energistics and refined storage in the middle of the mod pack. But here we go. We've switched to refined storage. I mean, it almost feels the same, except for it's smaller, easier. We only need 1 drive because we can make 64Ks pretty easily. So this is our crafting grid. This is our pattern grid, and if you remember a couple episodes ago, I showed how to do this. These are refined storage auto crafter. Really simple. You just put the recipes in one of these 9 slots, and you set up the recipe in this pattern grid right here. You just set the recipe here. We need to make some patterns so that way we can like set up our first recipes. You just use these things. Now, ironically enough, let's make, oh wow, 33 of them. Perfect. So we can put this here, set the recipe for a pattern, and then boom, we got the recipe to make more patterns. Just put it in one of our crafters down here, and we should be able to tell this thing to make a pattern now. Yeah, I could tell it to craft. It says it's missing dark glass and quartz enriched iron, which is fine. Actually, no, it's not fine. We gotta redo that recipe because we were supposed to use normal glass, not dark glass. I have to uncheck this exact box, and yeah, that's the recipe we want. Oh yeah, so you can shift right click to reset it and try again. So now this should work. Let's go put it back down there. Now if we tell the system to make 10 patterns, it needs quartz enriched iron. So let's tell it how to make quartz enriched iron. Just tell it that it needs 3 iron and 1 nether quartz. Pretty simple. Now if I tell the system to make me 10 patterns, boom, it's ready to go. I hit start and you can see it crafting up. Now I wonder, can we actually like see this thing do anything? I don't think there's any visual indication of this thing. I think it just kind of works. And hey, just like that, 10 patterns have appeared in the system. Now I'm gonna set up a bunch of patterns for different recipes that we use a lot off camera, so I won't make you guys watch every single pattern I set up. And since refined storage has no limit of things you could put on its cables, I could just set up a gajillion of these crafters and have a crafting recipe set up for like everything in the game, and I'll never have to craft anything again. Now that's pretty cool. That's what I spent 100 knowledge stars on for. And that's why we're switching from applied energistics to refined storage. Now there's one last thing we have to do in order to make our setup complete, and that's set up our wirelessness with our crafting grid. That's right, I made a crafting grid wireless. I think it does cost an echo gem, yeah, because the crafting grid costs an echo gem. If I shift right click, yep, it's linked now, sweet. So we could wirelessly access our stuff. And refined storage actually has the refined storage add-on mod, which adds the wireless crafting grid. So I could actually use the crafting table while I'm on the go, except for the range isn't that good, but luckily I have range upgrades. Nice, so we can get the range up to 48 blocks. So now as I'm walking around the base, boom, can access stuff, and it gets the crafting grid. The applied energistics one doesn't have the crafting grid in it. I feel like the makers of this pack only use refined storage and never play with applied energistics because it seems really good in this pack. Yeah, what's funny is looking at it, the refined storage add-ons mod, the only thing the mod does is add the wireless crafting grid. I bet Iskal was using his crafting grid. He's like, dang, I wish we had the wireless crafting grid. Hey, Dowski, go put in the wireless crafting grid. He's like, oh, okay. And he just adds the add-on mod and puts in the crafting grid. I bet you that's why this is in here. Hey, not complaining. Works well. And with that, we did something I never thought I would have to do. Switch between refined storage and applied energistics in the middle of a playthrough. Also, you could dye these crafting grids different colors, so I made them all lime. I think it looks pretty cool. Actually, let's grab some yellow dye because these two look way too similar. The crafting grid and the pattern grid, they look almost the same. So let's dye this one yellow, my other brand color. So I know yellow means to set up recipes and lime means to craft stuff. Well, we've been running a ton of vaults in the previous episodes, so we're out of time, so no vault this episode, sadly. But next one, we will definitely run a vault, and we will also fortune all of these ores over here. Because I think I've actually used like half of all my Larimar and Beniatite since our last fortuning fest. So we actually are going to need some more. Did I mention I used like 300 black opal for all this setup? And with that, we're out of time for today's episode. Catch you guys in the next one. CWG out.